Hi, in this video we're going to be looking at the quantize function. This is very useful if we're recorded to a click track and we kind of want something to sound a little bit more on beat. So when a human actually plays an instrument, there are sort of slight timing imperfections. So it's up to you to decide if you want these perfections to be there to give it a human feel, or if you want it to sort of be actually on the beat, more like a sort of metronome. It depends on the type of music you're actually doing. So the best way to actually look at the quantize function is to look at the piano roll. So if we select a MIDI track and then open piano roll, and we can sort of edit these. If we sort of look quite in sort of quite detail, so what I'm doing is this, rather than looking at it like that, at this level it looks like most of the tracks fall on the sort of time, but if I make this a bit, zoom this in, I can actually tell that, we'll go in a bit more detail, that some of these tracks are, the notes are slightly out of time, particularly these at sort of the beginning. So one way of dealing that is the quantize function, and what quantize does is it moves the start of the note to the nearest division that we want to actually sort of use. So if I zoom in even more onto the sort of beginning area, we'll zoom in quite far onto this one, and we'll see that there actually is a grid where our notes are actually formed. So this is bar 5, bar 5.2, etc. So there are several ways of actually doing this. If I just want to quantize individual notes, if I go up to this the pointer tools and then select quantize tool, you'll see now my arrow has got a little Q next to it, and if I click onto a note, then that's actually moving it to the nearest bar area. So and we can sort of, if we just wanted to correct a couple of errors, we could sort of go through like that. So if I undo this and show that, there are other ways of actually doing that. So if we select all of the track, all the notes in this track, so we go to edit, select all, and then if we click either the Q, which is there, what this will do is it will quantize the start of all of my notes. So you'll see that all the notes in this part are being quantized to the nearest sort of note value. And we can change this. If we select on here, we can make this as sort of rough as we actually want. So this quantize keeps on working. Now, if I take it back to that, we'll notice these notes at the beginning, they are kind of, we'll go back to the original. So these 4 notes at the beginning, it was quite a delay on them. So that one's more, they are kind of more towards this division than the other ones. So if I have the more sort of 1/32 would give us a little bit more sort of leeway from that. So we can change the resolution that our quantization works at. So 1 takes everything to the beginning of the actual note there. So quantization of time is useful for making something that is actually playing in time.